Hey guys, Eric Cogorno here with Mr. JT Thomas with Performance Golf. In today's video, we have one of my favorite subjects, which is how to start the swing correctly and how to make an awesome backswing turn. Now, JT, I know we see a lot of golfers who struggle with getting enough backswing turn. We know it's very important. We're gonna go over why that is in today's video. And one of the things a lot of golfers miss in order to get that backswing turn that we'll go over. JT, if you could take your setup in there for me.
Yeah, for sure.
One of the things we first talked about actually when we first met,
Yep.
when I was trying to get more turn in my swing, was that the timing of the rotation in the backswing can really make or break your ability to do that. Maybe let's go over how we want to start and then where we go from there to the top.
Yeah, for sure. I remember, first time we got together, we talked about how to make you turn properly, and this is the exact way we did it, which was really cool.
Yeah.
We talked about making sure that basically your navel or your belt buckle turns first. Everything turns together. That gives us a really nice way for us to get up to the top with a nice shoulder turn versus just turning our shoulders or just moving another part of our body at the beginning. That messes up the sequence of the entire downswing. So
Yeah, and like degrees wise, let's say someone was to make a good backswing. What are we roughly looking for? Like how much hip turn, how much shoulder turn at the top?
yeah, so what we're looking for is roughly, let's say 45 degrees of hip turn, 90 of shoulder turn.
Yeah.
And when that sequence gets off of how we get there, that's when people get into some issues. Yeah.
And I think a big thing that you told me that helped me initially, one of them was, hey, if we want 90 degrees of shoulder turn, that 45 of that, like half of that, should come from that hip turn and getting that navel moving. And I think that's sort of key for a lot of you that are watching of what am I supposed to do to start? What am I supposed to do to feel when I go back? If you don't get that, let's call it hip turn early, it's very hard to get that full 90-degree shoulder turn. With that,
sure.
JT, one of the drills you did with the club across the, just above the belt line,
Yep.
can you kind of show us that for a feel?
For sure. So make sure when you're doing this drill, guys, you're not using like your arms here to move this around and give you like a fake turn, right? Where you just go like this. It's really important that you apply some pressure right above your belt buckle.
Like towards you?
Yeah, towards you, yes. Yeah, towards you. You're gonna keep that pressure and then you're gonna try to turn about 45 degrees. So now if we have this nice 45-degree hip turn, you'll notice if we turn everything together, I already am halfway through my shoulder turn.
Yeah.
So this is really important for golfers who, don't really turn their hips to start, kind of just move their arms. We see this all the time, right?
Yep.
And so it makes it to where there's no way they're gonna get to 90 by the time they get to the top.
Yeah, you have to get that hip turn. JT, maybe do 1 or 2 rehearsals and then let's hit one with that same feel. So pulling it in towards you.
Yeah, pulling it in towards me.
Kind of belt buckle away. Yeah, okay, so like
Belt
45
buckle facing
degrees.
the camera, yep, exactly. Always try to use belt buckle or navel as like a cue.
Yeah, okay, so kind of like belly button away from you, away from the target.
Yeah.
Good. And then let's hit one with that same sort of feel, just a mellow one to start.
Yeah, just if I can make sure I get that nice turn. Yep.
Yeah, beauty. Very nice. Obviously, we all want to make a rotation and turn like that. And part of the point of this, like when you watch the pros on TV, some of them are very flexible. These guys are elite athletes. We're not going to all be able to move like that. But the closer we get, the better we'll be able to hit. And if you don't get that belt buckle moving early, very, very difficult from there to the top. Yeah. Now, one of the other things, JT, you mentioned was how the arms move with that rotation early.
Yes.
And there's a secondary drill that I think let's do right now.
Great.
To show how the arm is supposed to move with that. And then we'll work from there to the top of the backswing.
Great.
Let's not use our hands, let's use our body to swing the arms back.
Main ultimate drill, effortless.
Hey, are you having trouble loading all these tips? I'm Martin Chuck, one of Golf Digest's top 7 instructors. If you're watching these videos but not improving, there's a reason for that. Most golfers don't realize this, but every player has about 5 swing flaws. The key to improving isn't trying to fix them all, it's knowing which one to work on first. Because when you fix the right one, it creates a domino effect that clears up multiple other flaws automatically. At Performance Golf, we use a process called the Immersion method to find and fix your root swing flaw. This is a 48-hour in-person experience where you work directly with me or one of our other world-class coaches to fix the one thing that's been holding your game back. We host these schools at beautiful locations across the country where golfers like you improve fast.
I like most about the school is they're not trying to rebuild your swing and start you from scratch and change your grip and change this and that. They look at your swing, they find the flaw, and you fix it. It's brilliant.
If that sounds like a breakthrough you've been waiting for, click below to see if there's a spot open. This could be the only thing that finally changes your game for good.
So this drill is also really important again because we're trying to move everything sort of together when we start so that we can have a little bit of separation to finish. So the drill for that is putting the club right in your navel, and then you're going to have your left arm or your lead arm slightly in front of that. And what we're looking to do is have the space between your lead arm and the club stay the same. So we don't want to have your arm moving around. When you turn, you're going to keep this space the same, and bam, now I'm here at this 45. I can grab the club. Arms in a perfect spot.
Yeah. So it's like good hip turn, arms in front. Maybe show us, like with the club in there like that too, some of the bad ones. So like, let's say one thing would be no turn at all.
Great.
And the arms would just work under, right,
exactly,
or across.
Yep. So
that's no bueno.
No good. Yep.
And then the secondary one, right? Let's say let's say some other bad ones with that.
Yeah. So a bad one as well, equally as bad, is kind of turning, but your arms going with it or going too far in. So now we struggle with arms too low and then maybe come over the top. Yeah,
so no turn at all, or turn but the arms going too deep. Neither one of those good. We want some good early turn, but the arms staying in front.
Exactly.
Maybe one more of those rehearsals, and let's hit another one, JT, with that.
So keeping this in here.
And you're just holding that, so your right arm at setup's kind of pretty long there on the shaft when you're doing that.
Yeah, pretty straight, pretty long. Trying to get that feel there. So there we go. Do that one more time, get that nice.
Big hip turn, arms in front.
Yeah, bam.
Yeah, perfect.
So that feels good. Take it up to the top. Yeah, great.
Yeah, let's just smooth one out with that same sort of feel.
Hit that same sort of feel there.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, perfect.
Now, from there to the top, right?
Yeah.
Let's say we get into a pretty good spot, and we've got the hip turn, and we've got the club in front.
Yeah.
What are the feels, or what are we trying to accomplish from there up to the top?
Yeah, so that's when we finish out that shoulder turn. So what's really nice in terms of, you mentioned earlier, like the flexibility of everyone's gonna be different. We're not all elite athletes.
Right.
When we get in this hip turn and torso turn early, it makes it to where we only have 45 degrees left to finish the shoulder turn.
Yeah.
Which again, hopefully we can all turn 45 degrees.
Exactly.
So, after we get the first part down, making sure a nice turn, nice hip turn, nice belly button turn, the arms in front. Now what we're trying to do is just get this trail shoulder behind the neck, get the lead shoulder in front of us to help us finish that backswing. So looking nice here, and then we're gonna wind up to finish the backswing. Notice trail shoulder behind my ear and lead shoulder kind of in front of me.
Yeah, I really like that checkpoint too, and I just want to hit on that one more time so it's clear. Let's say we all want a 90-degree shoulder turn. JT, let's take a setup there.
Yeah.
Let's say you make 0 hip turn.
Yeah.
That means you need tremendous flexibility, and all of the 90 needs to come from, let's say, the torso or the shoulders.
Yeah.
Like try and make a turn with very hard, very difficult.
Pretty flexible, yeah.
So you and I probably not able to do that. But if we kind of cheat it, get that 45 early for free, only having to turn your chest and shoulders 45 degrees is very doable.
For sure.
And so if in the past you've had a hard time turning or you struggle with it, make sure you hit that lower body part first is really important. JT, let me hop in there for a sec and work through these same feels, because these are really, honestly, exactly what we did in our first time together is what I needed to feel as well. I was like, JT, I can't turn. Like, I just can't do it. He said, yeah, dude, you're not turning your lower body at all early, and then the upper body. It's really like the timing of these things.
The timing is really important.
So let me do one or two with these. So I'm kind of above here, just holding it like this.
Yes.
Pulling
some
towards
pressure.
me. Okay, pulling towards me.
Yeah, great.
And from a feel perspective, like belt buckle away from the target, you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm kind of feeling that right hip like working around a little bit.
Working around and back, yeah.
Okay, so it's early hip turn combined with my feel of the arms in front.
Yes.
And I like that too, JT. When I do this and keep my arms in front as I'm turning my hips, it's really a nice combo of not only how to turn, but also really how to get the swing started.
Yeah, exactly.
These are really good cues, especially if you get stuck over the ball. Like, how am I supposed to get going? You get going with the lower body, get the navel moving behind you, and feel the arms in front. I really feel my rib cage turning as well when I do this.
That's why it's such a great drill as well.
Yeah, I like that a ton. So let me do one or two of those early here. So hips turning early. So if I combine that together, that's what I'm feeling. Belt buckle away from the target, arms and hands in front. I'm just gonna smooth a 7-iron out here.
Yeah, looks good. Yeah, pure.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
It's a little high draw, maybe 15 feet left of my target. Very solid, and I would take that every time. And for you guys watching who struggle with turning, the more you do these pieces we're talking about, the turning and the depth, the more you should be seeing the ball go higher, more draw bias,
Yes.
kind of all things equal.
Yes.
Right? If you struggle with short, low, pull, weak fade, these things should help you find neutral. And so one more with that, JT. So I'm feeling early, and then from here to the top, you said kind of right shoulder towards the target.
Yeah, right shoulder back, left shoulder under chin.
Okay. And if you do it really well, one of the things you showed me was that the right shoulder actually,
You can see it.
see it from face on, like on this side of the body.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, what? Because I was like over here.
Yeah,
Right shoulder.
It was on
way
the
to the
other
right.
side of the body.
Yeah,
The
okay.
wrong side.
Awesome. Okay, so
Really
hip
good.
turn early, kind of what I'm feeling.
Yep.
Shoulder turn up to the top. I'm gonna let this one draw here a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and that's more what I would expect. That ball starts a little farther right,
Yeah.
draws back, maybe 10 feet right of my
Yeah,
target.
that was really good.
So I like that a lot, JT. So the timing of these things, very, very important if you want to get more turn. More turn means more power, better contact, higher, straighter, all good things.
Yeah, everything we want.
And it's doable if we get that lower body moving early. If you guys like this video, do us a favor, click that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment down below. Appreciate you guys watching.